Hey guys, Casey here, and today we're going to try something a little bit different. Now, I should have a Let's Talk About up. I would have had it up sooner, but I got sick. Again. But while I couldn't record because I was sick, I could mindlessly browse the internet. And while I was doing that, I came across a playlist by James and Chloe Collects. And you know what? They're a pretty good channel. I've seen a couple of their videos since I found this, and I really like it. I'm probably going to see a lot more, and so should you. But back to the point, when I found the channel, I saw a playlist called Top 5 Favorite Pokemon Cards. Now, this is a tag video series they've been doing just for people to tell stories about their favorite Pokemon cards. It doesn't have to be the rarest Pokemon cards in your collection, but just the ones you think look the coolest, or they could be the rarest ones you have, or even just ones that have sentimental value to you. Even if they're the most common cards out there, if they're your favorite, they can be in the top 5. Now, obviously, you're supposed to be tagged for a video like this, but a bunch of people in the playlist just tagged whoever wanted to do it, and that's me. So I thought I have a huge collection here of Pokemon cards. I've been collecting pretty much since Pokemon came to the US, with some ebbs and flows of interest since then. But I think I have some cool stuff here, so I'm going to show off my top 5 favorite Pokemon cards. So let's start off with an old favorite of mine, the Mightyena Holo card from the Ruby and Sapphire base set. Now, if you've been here long enough, you know I love Mightyena. He's my second favorite Pokemon. My first favorite, well, take a guess. But I love Mightyena so much. I try to get him on my team whenever I can. And this card, while it's not the best card with Mightyena on it, that would go to the Mightyena EX that I don't have. This is absolutely beautiful. I love the holo work. And this is from the E-Reader series, which makes it even more amazing. And the painting, that hand-drawn work of Mightyena, it just looks beautiful. Had you ever expected Mightyena, as cool as I think he is, to look that elegant? I love it so much. And my main Pokemon card binder is organized by alphabetizing types. So dark is first. So the very first card you see when you open my binder is Mightyena, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Now let's move on to a series that a lot of you probably know, but not many of you probably have. My favorite Shining card, the Shining Steelix. These may be some of the most sought after Pokemon cards of collectors because they're super rare, they're super cool, and they are super valuable. Now, I have a few Shining cards. I have the Shining Noctowl and the Shining Magikarp, but this is the rarest Shining card I have, and I remember vividly when I pulled this out of a booster pack I got at the AMP, when was the Neo Destiny? Like 15 years ago? Man. But yeah, I've had this card for that long, and yeah, naturally, because I was an 8-year-old kid and I was super excited about having the super rare card, it's not in the best condition. I think if you hold it to the light just right, there's a smudge, there's some whiting on the back, but I don't care because I was probably never going to sell this thing because it's gorgeous. It's one of the rarest cards I have, and I absolutely adore it. Side note, my sister, she was into Pokemon at the time, and she once pulled a Shining Charizard, and she would not give it to me. And because of that, that card disappeared along with her love for Pokemon. And a true test of how much I love her is not telling her how much it's worth. And at number 3, we have this Jumbo Reverse Holo Scizor card. Now, this requires some explanation. I bought this at a card and comic shop that I used to frequent like 13 years ago. I was like 10 or 11, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I love jumbo cards. I used to anyway, and I used to display this proudly because I thought, oh my god, it's a super rare card because I've never seen this in any catalogs or anything. But when I thought that this logo didn't look familiar in the E-Reader set, because there's only like 3 or 4 sets in the E-Reader series before Ruby and Sapphire came along, I thought it was fake as I grew up, and this didn't look like any other cards from that set. So I stopped taking care of it. Naturally, that's why the peeling there happened and stuff. But if I thought it was fake, then why is it number 3? Well, because I found out it was real, and again, quite rare. I found a video by Unlisted Leaf where he opened an Aquapolis booster box, and at the top there was a reverse holo jumbo card. And I was like, what? And it had that same symbol. So I found out that this is a box topper card. And basically what that means is if you got a booster box from the e-reader series, then they came with these somewhat jumbo cards of cards from the set. And I think this is a Aquapolis jumbo card. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I own this really unique card, and it's not really worth anything. Like, you could maybe get $15 for this card if it was in good condition, which obviously it's not. But I don't care, because it's still one of the most unique cards in my collection, and I went through this weird ebb and flow of loving it, and then hating that I wasted this money on a fake card, and then realizing, oh no, it's actually real, and it's still really cool, and it's a unique card to have. I like having unique cards, like some of the more unusual stuff, some of the cooler looking stuff, and that's where this jumbo card of Scizor fits for me. And speaking of very unique trading cards, we have probably the most unique and somewhat sought after card out there, the Ancient Mew card that you would get when you went to see Pokemon the Movie 2000 in theaters. I love this card. I think it's so amazing. What's amazing about this card is that it doesn't look like any other Pokemon card. They never really tried the style again. Like, even on the front, it's illegible. I know people have, like, translated it, but it was really a task for me as a kid to try and figure out how to translate this. I never did. I had to Google it eventually. And even on the back, it doesn't look like any other Pokemon card. It's one of the most unique cards out there. And I say unique, not rare. Because, okay, here's a little lesson. Don't let anyone make you think that this card is worth like $100 or something, because it's not. This was a movie promotional card, which means there are tons of them, because they were giving them out at tons of theaters. You could probably get maybe $5 for it, maybe $10 if you were lucky enough, but these are really easy to get. They just are. But that doesn't make them any less special, and I just prove it. This is the second Ancient Mew card I own. This one with the crease in it might have been the one I got from the movie theater, I don't remember. But this one was a pack that I bought on eBay for $6. It's really not hard to get this card. It's not the most expensive card ever. But that doesn't make it any less special. Everyone remembers Ancient Mew, and there's a reason for that, because it was so different from all the other cards out there, and it was a promotion to when you got to see Pokemon the Movie 2000, which was the first Pokemon movie that I saw in theaters. So that's what makes it special to me, and I want to give an honorable mention in this spot to the Celebi and Suicune Pokemon Forever cards, because people are under this weird misconception that Pokemon Forever wasn't shown in theaters, and this is proof. They were, and I saw it in theaters. I remember seeing it in theaters with my best friend and my sister, and we had to drive. I guess it was a super limited screening, because we had to drive to this, like, nowhere movie theater, like 40 miles away, that I hadn't been to before and probably haven't been to since. But this is just to show that I managed to get to see that rare screening that a lot of people think didn't exist, and that's just super cool to me. And also, they're really nicely designed cards. Like, that's probably the coolest looking Suicune card ever. So I love movie promotion cards, and that's why Ancient Mew takes the number 2 spot. But now, it's the moment you've been waiting for, my favorite Pokemon card out of all of these cards I have, and the only one that I've constantly kept in a top loader since I bought it, and it's probably going to stay that way because I want to look at it more than any of my other Pokemon cards. It's the McDonald's promo Bulbasaur. Now, there's a few reasons why this is my favorite. One, I love Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is my favorite Pokemon, and I was looking for super rare cards that had Bulbasaur in it, and I found out about the McDonald's promo set. Now, this was a set that was only released in Japan. There's about 18 cards in it, I think. and Bulbasaur was one of them. And also Charmander and Squirtle were in it. They got holos. Bulbasaur didn't. I'm a little salty about that. But when I found out this existed and I saw that artwork with Bulbasaur making the golden arches with its vines and it actually looks like the McDonald's logo, I thought that was the cutest thing ever. I think there's only one Bulbasaur card that's maybe rarer than this, but this is the one I wanted. It was super hard to get. I eventually teased my mom about it right around Christmas time, and then she surprised me that she bought this for me, and I was so happy, and it was a pain to get this thing here because this was shipped in from Finland, and the person was very nice, but because it was the holidays, customs was overloaded, and for a while we thought it was lost, but like a month after she bought it, this showed up at my doorstep, and it was one of the best early Christmas presents ever. I adore this card. I think it's the cutest thing in the whole wide world. This was one of my most sought after Pokemon cards out there. I think the only exception is the one of the Lugia cards like Neo Genesis or the Ancient Origins Full Art, which I don't have, but this I have, and when it arrived, she gave it to me, and I looked at it, and I kept it by my side for so long, and it's on display next to my TV now because I want to look. I can't bring myself to put this in the binder. This has to stay in this top loader. I thought about getting it PSA'd, but I decided not to. I'm probably rambling now, but yeah, my favorite card is my most recent addition to my collection, at least as far as super rare cards go. I am very happy to have Bulbasaur McDonald's promo as my favorite Pokemon card in my collection. That's the point. Like, if this would have been my favorite Pokemon card anyway, but I have it in my collection. It's here now, and it belongs to me, and I am so happy about that. And that pretty much wraps up my top 5 favorite Pokemon cards. I'm sorry if this was kind of rambly. I don't usually do videos like this. But if you guys want me to, practice makes perfect, let me know. Maybe I'll do more stuff like this in the future. And as far as tagging, I'm just going to go along with a lot of other people and I tag you if you want to do this. Just, if you want to make a video of your top 5 favorite Pokemon, feel free to do so. And if you don't, you can just leave it. If you're too shy or you don't have the ability to make a video, you can just leave a comment. Let me know what your top 5 favorite Pokemon cards are in your collection. So yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. A bit of a departure from the norm, but I had fun doing it. I hope you enjoyed watching it. And I'm gonna go see if I can get some reviews done, and I'll figure out how to get this on a playlist. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.